Now we turn to South Korea, where some real-life K-drama is unfolding. Their president was impeached last month. His name is Yoon Suk Yeol. Today, investigators tried to detain him, but they could not. They could not capture the deposed president. Thanks to his security detail and his supporters, they blocked the investigators. This drama began last month, when Yoon Suk Yeol tried to impose martial law on South Korea. He made the declaration on the 3rd of December, but his attempt failed. Members of parliament overturned the martial law decree, and then they impeached President Yoon for abusing his power as president. Now an investigation is underway. It is being conducted by a special agency called the CIO, the Corruption Investigation Office for High-Ranking Officials, CIO. This agency has summoned Yoon multiple times for questioning, but he refuses to show up. He has not made a public appearance for weeks now. He is believed to be holed up in his official residence. So the investigating agency, CIO, got tired of waiting. They got a warrant against Yoon, a warrant that allows them to detain him for 48 hours and to search his residence. This warrant expires on Monday, the 6th of January. The investigators were on the clock and they decided to act today. But Yoon's supporters saw it coming. They'd been gathering outside his residence to try and protect him from the investigators. The crowd was expected to swell over the weekend, so the investigators decided to move in today. Early this morning, about 20 officials made their way to Yoon's residence, but they were confronted by his supporters. So the investigators called for police backup, and their numbers swelled to around 150. Investigators plus the police, 150 people in all. About 100 of them managed to evade Yoon's supporters and they entered the presidential residence. But they were stopped again. This time by the Presidential Security Service, the PSS. Their job is to protect the president, even if he's been impeached. They're supposed to protect him. So they blocked the way to Yoon. There were about 200 people protecting the president, both PSS personnel and members of the military. These soldiers were under PSS command. Now, both these groups were heavily armed. They had parked buses and cars along the way to the president's house. These served as makeshift barriers. The PSS forces also made human chains, creating rows of armed resistance. They outnumbered the investigators 2 to 1. There was a tense standoff. It lasted almost 5.5 hours. Some scuffles also broke out between the investigators and the PSS. Eventually, the police decided to back down. They did not want to risk an all-out confrontation, and as they withdrew, Yoon's supporters cheered. They think they have won.
I'm here in front of the official residence of Yoon to save our country from the crisis. The Corruption Investigation Office for High-Ranking Officials is trying to arrest the president in an illegal way, not in a legitimate way. So I came here today to prevent it.
The investigating agency, the CIO, is mulling its next move. Trying to detain Yoon again will be risky. His supporters will be emboldened by today's events. Their numbers kept swelling during the arrest attempt. They went from 1,000 to over 11,000 today. And the crowd might get even bigger over the weekend. And the warrant expires on Monday. So the investigators might wait for a new one before trying to detain Yoon again. Meanwhile, they have to deal with new legal hurdles. The Presidential Security Service, the PSS, is trying to charge the police with trespassing. They also say that the arrest warrant is invalid because the presidential residence is protected by law. You see, South Korean law does not allow searches at certain places, locations which could house military secrets, and the presidential residence is one such place. The PSS used this as a justification to deny the police entry. Complaints have been filed against the chief of the presidential guards. He's been accused of obstructing justice. But for the moment, the PSS seems to have come out on top. And Yoon Suk Yeol remains free. The question is, for how long?